Yeah, was good. Why is it showing 6 minutes? Okay, starting again. It was good. So, I've been trying to actually figure out like this whole youth life thing. So I think I've figured it out. Maybe, yeah. So we'll just go straight to the point. We'll keep it short and sweet. So, so every week, like every Sundays, I'll be doing like a live. Let me confirm if the audio is good first of all. Let me confirm from my phone. View channel. Live. Test. Okay. Okay. Is it private? It's supposed to be like there on the YouTube. It's on the YouTube now. Let me see. Okay, anyways, going forward. So we'll be doing like a Forex Focus Sunday in which like we'll just go through all the pairs like and just pick out some for the week. So as of last week, I initially I thought of like just making a video and just editing and put it and edit it and put it out there, but it took so much time editing that I didn't even finish editing it. The video was so long, and I just like got the idea of okay, like why not just do it live and just do it live, and the video will just be on the channel. Then maybe anytime like anyone should see it, that is fine, so that I don't have to edit and like all that. So yeah, we'll just go straight to the point and let me just share my screen quickly. Entire screen. Yeah, and play some new. All right, so we'll be going over like what we have this week. Um, okay, looking at the calendar, we have um okay on Sunday. Okay, bank holiday, SAT. We don't really have it. Like nobody really trades on Sunday. I don't know. Let's maybe have open. So on Monday, 10 a.m. We'll have this New York time, by the way. New York time, because like it sets to New York time. 3:34 p.m. right now. Oh, okay, let me refresh. 6:14 p.m. right now. So by 10 a.m. we'll have like ISM manufacturer PS PMI. This is something to watch on. We have Italia bank holiday. So like on Monday, you can like not really focus on trading the euro pairs, although like I don't really think it to have like a major effect, but Powell like speaking. Then by 9:30 we'll have like medium impact AED news. That is for Monday. For Tuesday we'll have Swiss CPI. We have a tentative news like so this like probably all day can happen like any time of the day. Government UEDA speaks. Then we have medium impact news Euro by 5 a.m. Then 10 a.m. we have job openings. Yeah. So this is something to also watch out for. We have GDP quarterly, that is for the AUD. And this week looks like it's going to be very eventful, I can't lie. 8:15 a.m. we have non-farm employment change. We have this red folder news, red statement, Canadian same services PMI 10 a.m. Then we also have BFC press conference. Then on Thursday we have Euro. I think it might be it will really be nice to focus on Euro on Wednesday and Thursday because maybe we can get something on Wednesday like to hold over like for Thursday and probably Friday. We have NFP on Friday, like first Friday of the month. So yeah, we have employment change on CAD. So since like this is a new month, yeah, we are going to start from the monthly time frame, our analysis, because basically it's more like a weekly analysis kind of thing. But I mean, since we entered the new month, so we'll have to start from the monthly. So I think I'll be starting from the top, or let me start from DXY, then I'll go to the top and like come down. Let me just take all this off. We had some all these like on red were actually the pairs that we that made it to our watch list like for last week. So since the video was not out, what I did was I was just followed up like through like via chats. This is like the Telegram channel. So everything was just via chats, like everything was via chat. So we'll be going over everything today. And yeah, so for this why as of when DXY was at this point, we actually um analyzed DXY being bearish from this point here, taking out this low. And now I've taken out this low and I don't believe DXY will need to like come back up unless it's retracing deeper. Already we can see a reaction here. Already we can see a reaction here. So this is enough to like keep sending DXY down. But it actually depends. If let's say this month we come and take out this low first, because we can take out this low and see a like a retracement. This area is also open for price to come back into. This like I'm talking long term now. Long term I'm bearish on this, but I mean we can get retracements also. So we have to be ready for that. So that is for DX. Looking at, if let me go to the weekly time frame first of all. Okay. So as of last week, the analysis from last 2 weeks was this to be bearish. If you look at the daily time frame, you to see like the whole like order flow price trading to this area here. Then this is the weekly gap, price closed below. We reacted from the 50% of the weekly gap. Price traded down. We created a fair value gap and also a gap here. If you look, this is a fair value gap from this low to this high. Then we also have this little gap here. Price came here, reacted from here, and we took this low and price last week price retraced all the way back to this gap here. Price retraced all the way back to this gap. So I would really like to see DXY to keep being bearish. Most importantly here, I would like to see DXY going being bearish. So yeah, so further updates will be like as the time goes on, we'll be dropping like updates on the on the Telegram community. So let's go to AEDCAD. Let's start from the top now. So AEDCAD, we can see that okay, what caught my eye first is actually this area here. You can see price took out this high on a monthly time frame. We took out this high and we have taken out this low, but I'm not still convinced that like this is going to be like the low in a very long time. I still believe that price will like keep coming down and eventually take out this low, trade to the 50% of this week and take out this low. So the monthly time frame looks bearish. Let me actually see if we took out this high. Okay, price didn't take out this high, but we got so close. The price didn't take out this high. So let me see what we have on the weekly time frame. Okay, as of last week, um, the analysis on this pair was actually priced because we were here at the time was as price from here gravitating to this fair value gap here. So that is something I'm still very much interested in. Let me just mark it out again. That's something I'm very much interested in. I want to see okay. I would like to see price to keep trading here. Then when we're here, then we can know the next action. It depends on how we react here. If we're going to go bullish from here, or it's going to close below and like keep going down. So right now I'll be watching out for this area here, basically. I'll be watching out for this area here for price to like come back up. If we go to the daily time frame, we should see something there. Okay, I can see if I look up here. So we're going to be using this area as a reference. This looks like too far. So what I'll do, I'm going to mark out the 50% of this favor lookup. I'm going to mark out the 50% of this favor lookup, and let me just delete this. And then we're going to be watching for this area. Let me take this off first. Let me leave it there. What we'll do, we'll just take this off to just keep our charts clean. To be honest, I don't need like many. We'll just be referencing this weekly. Um, if price should trade efficiently here, and we'll just be watching the reaction from there. So that is what we'll be watching for on ADCAD. Yeah. We'll go to the daily time frame. Okay, this is the weekly order block. So yeah, we'll be watching this to see price reach this area and see how we react from there. Price might not necessarily like need to retrace that deep. Like to be honest, it can just keep coming down because already it looks like it's closer here. So it depends on how weak this pair is for. So that's what's going to happen. So we'll be adding this one onto the next pair, onto the next pair. Let's go to AEDJPY. So already looking at AEDJPY, my mind is okay. We took out this high. This is the monthly time frame. We took out this high, we reacted from there. Price like trading lower. Like we have these lows here. We have these lows here like long term. So I'm looking at price actually like gravitating to these lows. But like I mean we have to set short term targets first. Like we have to set short term targets first. So as of last week, my point of interest was this other block here, but one price got there. Like I didn't really see anything to like go short, but price had other motives. It's actually going to take out this weekly high. So we have taken out this weekly high now at the moment. So I don't see any reason why price should come back like here. We just weeks above the high a little bit. I'll be watching to see the reaction from this area here. I've watched the reaction from it, and it should also be in line with 50% of this. Yeah, so it's close to 50% of this week. So this is the area I'll be watching for here. This area to see how it reacts from there to go lower. But if we don't get a reaction from there and price eventually trades to this area here, I will also watch how it reacts within here to also go lower. I'm just bearish on this pair. I have to go with one direction. If not, like we'll be lost. So let me go to the weekly. I need to like reduce. Okay, this area is here. Let me see if that is on the daily. That is 93,209. So let me take this out. So this is the area we're watching for around here to see a reaction. So I'm going to add this to our watch list. Basically this favor look up there. So we'll be watching to see how it reacts from there. So let's go to the next pair. I'm trying to be as fast as possible because we have so many pairs. So I'm not going to add everything to our watch list to be honest, because it just so the monthly type we will have price like trading efficiently to this area here, and we reacted from there. So this is bearish already to me, like looking at it from the monthly time frame. Okay, so as of last 2 weeks, the we already um um anticipated price to trade from here down to this area here, and we've gotten to this target. So what I did was like when this week closed, well, I marked out this what price is going to do first. Price can either come up here first Let me just mark that out. Let me make sure it's only on the calm down, which I will like that will probably be better because if price since we are bearish, it would be nice for price to just come up here and just like going down. But price can also take out this low. Yeah. Price can also take out this low, then retrace up here. So there are many. I'm going to still add it to the watch list, but there are. I don't know if you are getting the whole. It's more like it's preparing itself. This is not like fully ready yet because if you notice on the Telegram after sending all the signals, I also send the updates like invalid, waiting. Then when it's ready, good to go. Like in this case, I'll say this is not ready yet because we have to see. We're just in between nowhere. We'll have to see how price reacts if we either trade here first or if we trade here first. So that's what we'll be watching out for. But overall, we're bearish on this. So looking at the daily, we have this favor lookup here. Price traded there, reacted. We have this other block. Price traded there. We also have this other block, making this to a proportion block. Price reacted from here, traded down. So it's also possible that we can just keep going down from here, or we come back and react from the 50% of this other block because that is like the weekly. Like sometimes, let me address something. Like in the past, there are sometimes that when I see things like this, I'll since price already came to this other block, I will not want to see price come to this other block again. And then price will come back here and I'll be wondering like why is price coming back here? It's because of the higher time frame. On the weekly time frame, it should just look like price coming to trade here efficiently. But on the daily time frame, it will look like price is coming back to this other block again. So that is why like the higher time frame is way more important. So we'll be looking at price to come back again, then to see how we react from there. Also, also like this week can be very volatile for like the major pairs. And this week can just like be thin, and then next week it will create. If this week is thin to create like a favor lookup, then next week price can tap into the favor lookup and just keep going down. So all these are possible scenarios that can happen. But just for this, while waiting, so going to add it to the watch list. Then ADUSD, like we will not spend too much time on the major pairs because on DX we're already expecting like bearish pricing. So on the major pairs we're expecting like bullish pricing. So yeah. On AD I can't really say anything to be honest. Even as of last week, like we did not add this to our red list because like I could not like see. Let me quickly. So I could not see anything clear to be honest. Let me just quickly finish. Okay, no, let me leave this after this. So ADA is nothing clear for me here. CADCHF. Let me go to the monthly time frame. As of last week too, nothing was clear for me here also, to be honest. It looks like okay on the monthly time frame price traded efficiently here. If we go to the weekly time frame as of last week, like initially I was expecting like bullish prices because of this other block here, but it was not clear. So there was nothing done on this. If you look at this, we have just been consolidating. Price created this bearish order block here. We have this favor lookup that price just reacted from, and since then, like we have just been consolidating. So I can't really see anything clear here. To be honest, I can't see anything clear unless since price has reacted from here. Let me see if I traded to the 50% of this. We have not traded to the 50% of this. Price can come and take this weekly high. Then at that time, then we can see what we can get from here. So that is basically price just coming up here and taking this trading here, taking this high. So aside that's like there's nothing really clear here. Aside, let me this is not important right now. Yeah, this also is not important. Let me just leave it there. So we're going to be adding this. We're just going to be watching it to see what we get. It will really be nice for price to like come and take out previous weekly's high, trade to the 50% of this, then just keep going down, keep going bearish. So CAD JPY, let me first add this to the watch list. DXY has to always be there. CAD JPY, let's go to the monthly frame and see what we have there. So on the monthly time frame, we can see that price took out the previous 2 months high. Price is basically reacting from here, and we closed after taking out the high. We closed inside like the body of this. So is I'm going. Let me just mark this out to be honest, because we have to look at all scenarios. We have this fair value here in which price has traded to like multiple times, let's say 3 times, and we have reacted from here. So right now it looks like we're in between here, this area here, and this area here. So like going to my head, I would say we're bearish here, but uh, going to your head does not mean that you should go and execute yet. We'll be watching out for this. Let me take okay, this is a monthly. Let me take this off. Let's focus on this. So what's this the okay, we have this monthly order block here, which is like in line with this weekly order block here. So I'm going to leave this here and just put the so that I'll know that like this is monthly. So I'm going to leave this here. For me to go bearish on this, to confirm bearishness on this, we need to see how we react here. If price trades here, I will see a good reaction, and on the daily time frame, we see another block or any bullish order flow, then we'll be looking to go trade higher. But I mean, this can price can trade below this and close below this. Then in that case, then I'll say like it's ready. As of right now, we have to wait. Trading is all about waiting. We have to wait. As of last week, analysis was also price. Since we took out this low, the analysis was for price to draw to this value gap here. So now I've drawn to this value gap. We have to see, well, on daily time frame, we can wait to trade close below this, like this black candle over here. We can wait for price to like close below, then we can like go bearish. But as of now, we're in between two major PDRAs, so we'll have to wait for it to show its hand. So I'm going to be adding this. I'll be watching this. I'm going to be adding it to the watch list. So Euro AUD, Euro AUD. What do we have here? Monthly time frame. Okay, and written price is going to draw here. Let me let me use let me just use the rectangle to mark this out, because this is looking like price wants to draw to this area here. After this consolidation for like months, we finally broke up, and we did exactly get to the 50% of this week here. But price, like let me go to the weekly time frame. I can't see anything on this pair, I can't lie. So I'm not sure we'll be adding this to our watch list. Even as of last week, like we did add this to our watch list because nothing is looking really clear. I feel like, but I mean, it does not matter what I feel, but I feel like price needs to trade like to this area here. Like price needs to draw here. Then from here we can resume going higher. But I just feel price needs to drop to this area. So I'm not going to be adding that, but I'll leave this here. Um, on the on Euro CAD, Euro CAD as of last week, um the analysis on it was because of how price was looking, we marked this as being tradable, but only at the extreme premium and extreme discount areas. So because of how like price has been trading, this was only like good for us if we get to the extreme um discount or extreme premium area. But in this case, I'm going with bearish, so I'll say extreme premium at the 50% of this week here for price to like trade there and like trade away from there. So far that's what I've had. Like price came up here, but if you notice, like because of the nature of this pair, like it's not reacting like exact price. It trades deeper, so that's why I is being marked as extreme premium and discount. So looking at this, I would like to see price to keep going lower, to be honest, because of how we closed. Let me mark out the thing from there. This is the weekly. So I would like to see price to like just go lower from here. Take out this low. Then after taking out that low, then we'll see what's next. So this is like I'll say this is ready, but we need to wait for like Monday, like either the either the London or New York session. So but any updates, this is just like a an how will I explain it? This is just like a big picture of like what we're looking at. Every other detailed like charts or analysis or anything as time goes on, I'll be updating it on the channel, in which the link will be in the description, so you can choose to be a part of that. So we'll be looking at price to like trade to this area here. If we look here, we came here and like this was like this is an area from the previous um week, or rather from let me just go back to that so that I can see. So there is an order block here. So yeah, we reacted from there, came back. We didn't get close. We didn't like go back there, but price just this was the area we were looking at it, but price just went deeper. And I mean you have to wait for some sort of bearishness before you can go in. And that happened if you want to like high risk, that happened like around here when we broke this low. But to be safer, we have to wait to like close below this area here. And I mean, from there we have been bearish. So let me go to Euro CHF. Mm, I think this came from the weekly. So this is not supposed to be here. This was as of last week. Our so looking at this, you can already what is one where my eye is drawing to is like price taking out this low cost. Like looking at the reaction from here, looking at the reaction from here, we created a bearish order block here. From the looking at this little time frame, we can't tell how deep it's going to retrace unless like we go to the weekly or daily time frame to see what we have there. So we have this area here, this breaker block here, and price has been inside this breaker block for a while. To be honest, like price has really been inside. Price has been working here. We traded to the high of the breaker block here. Then we came back to the 50%, and yeah, price is just taking its time. Well, so yeah, as of last week, we marked out the 50% of this week, and Now we're going to be marking out the 50% of this week here. So we have to see how price like comes here and reacts from here then. So if you look at the order flow on the daily time frame, this rejection block reacted from there, price reacted from this other block, price still came back, reacted from this other block here. And yeah, it's like it's consolidated, to be fair. So if you want to be on this, you have to like, there is no rush, to be honest, there's no rush. So we have to mark out the most, just like Euro said, you have to mark out the most extreme premium areas. So we'll be waiting for price to come. If price does not come, although it looks like okay, price is already reacting from this proportion block and like wants to start going down, but I'm not convinced yet. Price needs to come here first before we do anything. So that is that. Euro GBP, like, let me see what we have here. Nobody really trades Euro GBP. It's just like it's an indicator for Euro and GBP pairs to know which will be strong or weak. So already, like looking at how price reacted from here, I don't believe this is enough to make price like go bearish. I feel like to trade to this low eventually. So from here, price can price will keep coming down. If we go to the weekly time frame, we have this area here. So as of last 2 weeks, this was our like for price traded here, like a little bit and just reacted. So I would like to see price like come back here again. Then we can keep going lower from here. This is the only PD around here. Anything above this, then that is not like like probable. So price just this come here. We'll see how it reacts from there, and then so we're not desperate. So you don't need to trade the move to go back there. Nah, you don't need to do all that, to be honest. So I'm not going to add this to the watch list because I mean there's no watching there. Because we don't trade it. Euro JPY, this looks rough. I can't lie. This looks really rough. So I'm not anything. Well, I've just been. I can't really take aside from when price today to this level look up here, and we reacted from there here, and they created this other block. Like it has just been consolidating. So we will not waste our time on that. Let me see Euro NZD. Nah, this looks rough, man. Can't lie. But I'll also be consolidating on this pair. Let me see the monthly time frame. Okay. So what we're going to do on this, yeah. Let me mark out this area here. Let me put the monthly there so that we know it's one. So we're going to mark out the area and we're going to mark out this area here. Let me monthly low. Then we have this fair value. Since it's closed, we'll just use this. So we'll need to see price come here and then trade lower. On the weekly time frame, to be honest, it really looks rough. It really looks rough, but we can work with price coming here. It's also the same as the 50% of this week. So it's like the same area. So we can work with price coming here and then trading lower. So if you look at the daily time frame, price has just been consolidating. Just be consolidating. So we're going to be adding this just for the sake of the monthly. For this, I won't spend too much time here. Like this, since the XO has been bearish, this has been bullish. So first can decide to leave this fair value gap open and just keep going higher because we already reacted from this area, which is a breaker block. Price took out this low, traded to this fair value gap here. We're reacted from here, so price can keep going up. I'm not going to add that to the watch list just yet. During the week, I also like come back to all of this. To be honest, look how I reacted from here as of last week, and if you check the so we were reacting from this gap here, and right, let me just mark out the gap. At least it should be here. As of last week, we're reacting from this gap here on the DXY, and same thing here. This fair value gap here on euro. So watching out for this price can keep going up this week to take out this high, and yeah, so we just have to watch out to see. We also have NFP this week, so GBP AUD nothing here. Initially, I was being bearish for last week. My analysis on this was bearish, but let me see. Let me go to the 1 hour. So as of last week, the plan was for price to like trade to this area here and trade lower, but we didn't set any limits. Basically, we just need to see there. It's always good to see how you react from your point of interest then before doing anything. Imagine setting a limit here and price just like look how we react. The price already from this candle can tell that this is not looking good. Even from this candle, because price already like closing above the 50% of this fair value gap here. So already this is not looking good. There's nothing clear here. So I'm not going to be adding to our watch list because I can't really see anything clear here. No, like I'm going to do PCAD. What was analysis on this last week? Last week was for price to come to 50% of this weekend and trade lower. So what we'll be doing, we'll be marking out this area here. We're marking out this fair value gap, this order block here. That is the weekly order block. So we're watching this area to see how we react from here. So price can come up here. We're watching there to see how we react from there. Let me go to the daily time. Let me go to the um okay 1 hour. This looks like it's like as if like we're just at the middle of nowhere. So we'll have to wait. This will be under the waiting category. We'll have to trade back here. But even trade just here, so I feel like it's going to take a while. I feel like we're going to consolidate a little, then trade here, but by taking a high, like a previous day's high or previous week's high, depending on when it's ready. So I believe that's what's going to happen here, to be fair, to be honest. So we'll just have to wait for this to get ready. GBPCHF, like this was on point for like our last week analysis. We had this low, price took out this low. So we anticipated price taking out this high, like here, from here, because this was on Monday. So anticipated price to like trade down here, and all this just happened like in one day. Like price traded down here. You're not going to set a limit because, like as I say, you have to wait for the confirmation. What is the confirmation? Look how price reacted from here. This was just basically around like 5 p.m. So I mean, you can't really trade at that time. It does not make any sense. So until the next day, we'll go to the London Q zone. Look what happened. The price traded here, consolidated, then we finally broke up. Price traded down here. This fair value gap here, we reacted from there. Price traded above, closed above again. We came back down, reacted from this here, high here. Then I mean, it was just like how many candles? 1, 2, 3, and we're already at the target. So so yeah, so that is just it. The confirmation part is always the most important part. See, what do we have on the monthly time frame? I'll just mark this out. We have the previous month's high. So we'll be watching that. Let me go to the let me just type this. A weekly time frame. I'm going to take this off now because I'm going to take this off. So we need to see what happens here um if we're going to take out the monthly high and keep going lower. Okay, let me clear everything and mark out the monthly high again. Because already we don't necessarily need to come here, to be honest, because price can just keep going down. We don't necessarily need to come like here. But a possible reason why we might come there is because of this low was taken out. We took out this low. So price needs to trace to a good, and fair value gaps are really good points of interest. So price might need to trade back here because this is not enough. If you look, we traded here and we reacted, but I don't believe it's enough. So price we need to trade here, then go lower. So we need to wait till we see something that can take us higher. I'm going to be marking this out because price can come and take out this low, trade here, and go to the monthly high. So this is something we'll be watching out for. Let's see what we get here. We had this area here last 2 weeks, this fair value gap and this mitigation block here. So price reacted from there. We have taken out this high. So now price can come back here, take out this low, trade to this weekly order block, and then here this monthly high, then go lower again. I mean, we have to do it one at a time. So let's look at price like trading basically. For the short term traders, if you want to like this is a good short here, price can trade all the way here, just like a short term kind of thing. GBP, JPY, this was also very good also. We have this fair value gap here. Price reacted from there. We formed an order block here. Price reacted from that order block, and if we look, we also have in line with the order block there, was formed on the daily time frame. We have this fair value gap here. So price traded there and was bullish as of last week. So we have to come back to the monthly time frame because that's what we're looking at. The monthly time frame looks rough, I can't lie, but it looks bullish. It looks rough and it looks bullish. We have this, it took out this low. So we created like an order block here, but not really a strong one because so price can just like let me mark this here. So price can just keep going higher from here. This is a weekly. We have area here. Price can trade here, but price might not need to trade here. From here already, you can keep going higher. Although this will be high resistance because we already took out this high here, so it might be struggling to take out this high. On the lower time frame, it looks like low resistance because we have this. We have this here. Okay, I think we should work with this instead of working like with this. Instead of working with this, I believe we should work with this. So this is low resistance. So price can like rush and take out this high. I'll be adding this to our watch list. For this, I'll say I'm still bullish on this. Okay, there are so many. I'll leave that. Let me take this out. And let me take this out. So this will, okay, let me go to the weekly again. So this will be working with here, just this area here. We'll be working with this here to go higher. So when we still have a lot of people, are just halfway through. Let me speed things up. GBP NZD, this looks bearish already. Like looking at from the look of things, you might be wondering why we're bullish here, bearish here. It just, honestly, like it's very possible for this to go bullish and this to go bearish. It just depends on the other pair, on how strong or weak it is. That is JPY and NZD. It just depends on how strong or weak it is. So already looking at this, we're already reacting from here. Okay, this is the daily time frame. Let me go to the monthly. Okay, the monthly time frame. What is drawing my attention here is only this rejection block here on the monthly time frame. Only the rejection block. I can't see anything down here. If price is like coming all the way down, it's going to be bearish long term. But looking at this, this is supposed to continue like being bullish. Let's look at the weekly time frame. Let's see what we have there. Nothing clean here, to be honest. We'll have that rejection block marked out, but there's really nothing clean here that we can watch out for. GBP USD, like basically same thing with DX. So I'll be dropping updates on this. I can't see anything here at the moment. All the pairs that I've not added to the watch list, I can't see anything there at the moment. But updates will be on the on the channel. So this was still going to go with our analysis from last week. Initially, we are looking at price trading here and going upward, but price took out this high first, which is good. So I should trade to this area here. I would say price should draw here to this area here and then go up and go bullish. So this week we might see price like trade down here. So this is what I'll be watching out for on Nasdaq. I'm watching out for price to like trade here, then go higher. So I'm going to be adding this. Then what do we have here? How long has this video been? Let me see. We're almost okay. Just it's what sense one streams conversation. Almost 1 hour. I don't know what this error. Okay, so okay, I can't. We have been consolidating for so long. Basically, as of last week, all these pairs here, like we didn't like um see anything on them. It has basically been consolidating for so long, so we're not touching it. Like if you look at the daily time frame, look how it has been consolidating. Looks like a bullish flag, but I feel like this is going to go bearish, like at the point, and maybe before going bullish. We're not going to be touching that. Same thing with this. We're not going to be doing anything here. It will just be consolidating. So same thing with NZDJPY. It will just be consolidated. So we're not going to do anything on this. This looks cleaner than the rest because we took out this high here. Let me see what we have on the weekly. This we're going to be waiting for this because price looks like it reacted from the 50% of this area. So if we let me go to the daily time frame basically. Now see what we have here. Okay, as of this point we had this favor look up here in which we like predicted price to go lower, price went lower, and so this 50% of the week is in line with this other block. So I'll be looking at price going gravitating lower on this pair. I'm going to look already at it. So I'll be looking at price going lower on this pair here. But we need something. We need something. What up? I can't see anything yet. but we need something on the daily time frame. We'll see for Tuesday, Wednesday. We need something here. If we can, this candle can be bullish, then the Tuesday candle will be bearish to form another block. Then on Wednesday we can look to execute. So NZD USD, same thing as like we're waiting. So on this is the same thing as Nasdaq. We're anticipating price to like trade here and go up. So now we're looking at price withdraw here first. So our focus this week will be price drawing here. And then maybe from next week our focus can be price going upwards. Then USD, same thing as the DXY. So as of last 2 or 3 weeks, we're looking at this here. Got a nice reaction. Price has been bearish on this. Price traded here also. Price traded here also. If you go like from the weekly time frame, that was where this area came from. Price traded here also reacted from there. So I'll look at. So it'd be nice to see price keep going bearish. Same thing on DXY. Same thing here for price to keep going bearish because we traded here. Let me go to the monthly and see what we have there. We reacted from here on the monthly time frame. So this just looks like it's going to be a free fall, to be honest. It looks like it's going to be a free fall. USD JPY, this looks bearish. We have these lows here. That will be our target. We have those lows there. Let me go to the weekly time frame. See what we have. We have this favor look up here, which price reacted from. As of last week, we took out previous week's high here. So this should be bearish. We are looking at this to go bearish to take out this low. Then before we see what's next after that. And so let me add this. To be honest, this looks good. So this was price taking out previous week's high. We have this favor lookup here, which you can draw out previous areas in time to watch how price reacts from there, like on an inversion level. Like even if you're not looking at price to trade, let's say we have a bullish favor lookup, even if we're not looking at price to trade there and go bullish, we can still draw out the favor lookup even if we're bearish, because it will be very important to reference. Like look at this now, like the 50% of the favor lookup. Look how price reacted from there. Here, 50% of this favor lookup. So I'll be looking at this to just like keep going lower until we get to this area here. This is the target. But I mean small targets first. We have this low, we have this area here, we have this lows here, we have this lows here. Then 50% of this week before this low. Then for gold, as of last week, we're bullish on this. Don't tell me it's already going bullish. It's already going bullish. So if as of last week, like you went with the signal, then I mean you should be good right now. Cause as of last week, we're looking at this is 50% of this order block. This is the high, like the order block itself, the high. So on the daily, we can see if I look up here. So we're looking at price for okay, let me just go. So we're looking at price two areas, this area here and this favor look up here for price to go higher. This is low risk buy, meaning if you are getting on a buy here, it should be low risk little. So this is like look at the way we reacted from here, but price it kept going down. And look at when price trade close below, look how we reacted from here also to trade to this value gap, like to the second area of interest. which is here. So now that we're there, I'll be looking at price to like just keep going higher from there because already price is already going up. So at this point here, as of at this point, gold in high risk buy area ready to go. That means you can risk high here. So this was where price was at, and with price came back, we took out this high here. Price returned back here. Then the signal was giving out again. If you didn't get in gold, like if you didn't get in this buy as of yesterday, now is a good time. So so yeah, we're looking at this like to just keep going high. And so yeah, already like Sunday price is already like going higher. So we'll be looking at, if we want to get a continuation on this, let's watch out for this area here. Let's watch out for this area here. Price coming back here and just keep going up. Let me go to the 4 hour time frame and see what we have there. Price need to trade deeper. I mean, can expect anything. Let's mark this out. Let me delete this. Let me mark this out. Yeah, this is only 4 hours, so it's supposed to be just here. So let's see price retracing deeper, because like I mean this retracement here was really deep. I can't lie. This retracement was there. I mean price did not really need to come back here, but we were strong on our buyers. Price was just basically coming back to the fair value gap on the daily time frame. Price was just coming back to react from here. So I mean it's fair. So on the 1 hour, let me see how that looks like. Okay, that's 4 hour. The area we marked out on the 4 hours like this area here. So let's wait for price to like come back here. Then we can get on a buy from here. That's for gold. So I think basically we have come to the end of this week's um forex forecast. So all updates will be dropped. I'll drop all updates here as we go forward. I'll be dropping the updates here. So yeah. Um so yeah, that is all. So stay safe, guys. Good luck, good trading. You'll find the link of this channel on like the description of the video. So yeah. So that is it. See you guys next week. Probably around the same time, 11:10. So yeah, exactly 1 hour. That is nice.